Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be doing a Minecraft mod showcase called the Gobber Mod or the Goober Mod, but I think the proper way of saying it is the Gobber Mod. But you can already see that I have everything set up here. Yes, it's a lot of things that I have set up, and this mod is pretty huge. So this is my first time covering a huge main type mod or a complex mod that has many dependents and all other type of add-ons that come with it. So, I mean, I'm going to basically explain this pretty slowly or review this slowly with you guys. So you have the ores, you have the lucky blocks, and you have the blocks. So the ores you can actually find in some of the worlds and the lucky blocks as well. And these, you can actually craft these once you make the ingots for them. I mean, they look pretty cool. Like this one looks pretty much like another mod that I play. And this one looks like, you know, another quartz a little bit. And this one looks pretty different, but I mean, these look pretty much similar, but something else. So we have the ores in this chest. There are some requirements to break them. For example, we have the Gobber ore, and I like how they give you some information on where to find the ore from. Like the max level is Y5 and vein size and all that stuff. I mean, it's pretty useful information if you really want to track down these ores. But for example, for the Gobber ore, you need a netherite pickaxe, meaning you gotta go to the nether, then come back just to mine this again. So basically you're revisiting your worlds again, and you gotta grind just to get the overpowered stuffs. In order to get the nether Gobber ore, you need a Gobber pickaxe. In order to get the end Gobber ore, you need the nether pickaxe. And when you break these, they drop Gobber goblets. I mean, these are the drops. So you're gonna expect these when mining these. These are the Gobber lucky blocks, and you can actually see that their Y levels are pretty much almost more towards the surface. So you can actually find these pretty easily. And you was lucky about these blocks. There are actually lucky, meaning they do not explode or they just don't blow up. They actually drop what they're supposed to drop, so don't expect no trolls from them. And in order to break one of these, you can actually see, just to break the Gobber lucky block, you need an iron pickaxe. To break the number Gobber lucky block, a diamond pickaxe. And a Gobber end lucky block, you just need a netherite pickaxe. And when you mine the Gobber lucky blocks, you actually get drops from them. So you get to Gobber gooey beef, Gobber gooey bread, Goober goo, Goober gooey beef stew. Yeah, it's really tongue twisting. And also the food do have crafting recipes. So for the Goober gooey beef, all you just need is a Goober goo. In order to make Goober goo, you need Goober glob and all this stuff. And Goober glob, you need a whole ton of these. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to include REI and JEI in the description so you guys can actually look at these recipes because they're pretty extensive. Like, seriously, they are extensive. And I think this is the only overpowered thing you can actually get from the nether Goober lucky block is literally the nether Gobber Mod, in which it requires nether Goober ingots and a whole nother process. Yes, I'm going to have to include those two other mods so you guys can actually use it to your advantage. And all you got to do is press R just to show the crafting recipes. When you collect all 9, when you collect 9 Gobber goblets or any Gobber goblet, whatever's, you actually get these. You get Gobber globs, nether Gobber glob, and end Gobber glob. So these are pretty much like, you know, put them all together and you just get this. You cannot smelt them, but you have to craft them in the crafting table. So in order to craft the Gobber ingots, you just need a diamond, gold ingot, iron, and Gobber glob. And to craft another Gobber ingot, you just need nether Gobber glob, Gobber ingot, netherite scrap, and to craft the end ingots, you just need to craft the end Gobber glob, you need ender Gobber. To craft the ender Gobber ingots, you need end Gobber glob, 2 nether Gobber ingot, and chloris flower. It's really tongue twister just to read all these, you know, recipes because they're pretty confusing and it's a huge mod. Like, trust me, it is a huge mod. So we have the armor and the weapons. So this is the Gobber helmet. I mean, to craft these, it's just simple vanilla Minecraft. However, for the Gobber ingot sets, you just need an emerald. So all you need is emerald just to craft Gobber armor. Just get an emerald just by trading with villagers and boom, bada bing, you got yourself some Gobber sets. And it does give you some good protection too, like protection 11 and 3 armor toughness. And when you wear the full suit, it provides water breathing, healing, and feeding. So it's pretty much good for like fighting against mobs. I'm just going to say this, wearing this is like wearing the Apple mod. That's what pretty much what it reminds me of. In order to craft nether armor, you literally just need a nether star, meaning you got to kill the wither multiple times. Yep, you're going to have to fight back to back with the Wither. And your armor is pretty much improved, and there is knockback resistance. Pretty OP, and once you wear the full set, you get fire protection, healing, and feeding. And I think it has some probably add-ons with this, but I'm not sure because I haven't really tested it. But like I said, the mod is pretty huge. So this is the end armor. In order to craft the end armor, you just need Ender Gobber links. And in order to get the links, you need end Gobber rings and 2 nether stars. And to craft the end Gobber ring, you just need 4 ender Gobber ingots. I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy. In order to craft the sword, for example, for the weapons, all you just need is 2 Gobber ingots. And to make the rods, you get 2 of these. You just need 2 Gobber ingots. I mean, it's pretty much the same crafting recipe for almost all of them. Yeah, pretty much vanilla Minecraft. You just stack on top of them. Like, some of this stuff is pretty expensive, like insanely expensive. Also, we have the tools in this chest. So we have Gobber Paxels, Gobber Hammers, and Gobber Tree Axe. So to craft the Gobber Paxel, you literally just need Gobber Axe, Gobber Shovel, Gobber Pickaxe, and 2 Gobber Rods. Yes, that's pretty expensive. It has attack damage of 10. And it combines a pickaxe, shovel, and an axe. Pretty useful tool. Yep, they all pretty much do the same thing, except for the packs of stars. Yeah, same thing, but you can actually add a torch to it, and it requires a staff. And I'll explain about the staff later, where the rings and all the extra stuff. So we have the Gobber Hammers or hammers, and in order to craft one of them is literally just this and just 2 Gobber rods. I mean, the crafting recipes should be pretty much similar for all of them because they're pretty expensive. And I'm just going to pull up the Gobber Hammer just to take out a 3x3. And then you have the Gobber Tree Axe will attempt to bring a whole tree down. So there is an attempt, meaning all these will basically mine a whole entire tree. So we have Gobber Tree Pickaxe. So in order to craft this, you need 2 Gobber Ingots, 2 Gobber Rods, and a full Gobber Block, in which you got to get a lot of these. Yep, it's pretty darn expensive. Very cha-chingy expensive. So let me just go ahead and just grab the hammers and the Gobber Tree Axes so you can actually see what they can do. So this is a Gobber Hammer that can actually mine a 3x3 area. So when we mine it, yes, this is what it does. It mines a 3x3 area. And that is pretty useful just for blast mining. And this one mines 5x5. Yep, this is pretty useful. Like, I very like this, and I think you can use it for ground too. Yep, you can actually use it probably for the ground. No, you actually cannot, so yeah, there is some limitations, but this is pretty good just not to cause any more damage to the hammer. Now we have the tree axes now. So we just mine the tree axe, attempt to bring on the whole tree, and look what it does. It does its magic. It chops down the whole tree just like that for you. No need to build up. It just breaks the tree. I mean, I think the rates should be pretty much the same. It's just durability wise. Like, well, end tree stuff basically have 8,000 durability, but they call it unbreaking. Look at this load of wood. This is a lot of wood just to start an arson. Also, I have forgot to note one more thing here. For the end armor, it's pretty much called the unbreakable sets, but actually has a max of 8,000 durability. So it means it will last pretty much a longer time. Yeah, just to let you guys know that. So we're here at the Gobber medallion and rings. So look at all these rings and look at all these medallions, and there is the staff, and there's the staff that I mentioned earlier. But you have a whole ton of rings, like tons of rings you can actually craft. In order to craft one of the rings, like for example, the ring of attraction, you just need lapis, redstone dust, and a Gobber ring. And a Gobber ring, you just need 4 Gobber ingots. And the crafting recipes just become more and more expensive. Like I said, I will include the REI and the JEI in the description so you guys can check every crafting recipe out. But you can actually see there's some lore on the items. Like for example, Ring of Swiftness provides you with extra speed. Right click to toggle on or off, works while in inventory. And it'll say, okay, so it says run like the wind. And you can actually put these in the inventory and they are toggleable. And you can actually use them for many uses. But I mean, like I said, they are pretty expensive. Like look at this ring right here, Ring of the Void. Allows player to travel to and from the end. Like seriously, that is pretty insane. Like that is wealthy. I mean, you could actually just go back there to the end as many times as you want. So for example, just for test purposes, they said we can actually right click it and you can actually see, yes, we get speed. And it only works when it gets into our inventory. So Once it gets in our inventory, it just stays there. And we can actually put it in our offhand. It works. I will say anything that works within the inventory, you don't even have to interact with it. It just be in your inventory and it just, you just get infinite speed without slowdown. Also, you have medallions. In order to craft one of these medallions, like for example, a medallion of water breathing, you just need 4 pufferfish and the Gobber medallion. And in order to craft the Gobber medallion, you just need 5 Gobber ingots. But I mean, you might save a little more with the ring. I mean, they're pretty much the same thing. It's just medallions probably have a little more of a perkiness to it, I guess. I don't know. I'm just looking at crafting recipes because they're just expensive. Like we had the Staff of Clearing, Staff of Transformation, Staff of Ensnarement, Staff of Farmer. It's just a lot of staffs. In order to craft, for example, the Staff of Clearing, you just need 2 Gobber rods, 2 green dye, and wheat seeds in order to get yourself this staff. So what this does, it breaks most grass, flowers, and bushes, clearing an area 12 by 6 by 12. So let me see how to basically use this. So I think all you just gotta do is right click. Yep, it just do mass murder on vegetation. Yeah, this is pretty good if you really want to clear this out. And I think it has infinite durability, means you can use it as many times as you want. I mean, this is pretty useful if you really want to start a farm and really want to clear everything out. So basically, it's like a mod that basically helps you just to basically become more lazy, but more efficient whenever, working in your survival world. And look at this. We actually clear like almost all of it. We clear it way faster than breaking it by hand. Pretty OP, isn't it? Last but not least, we have the special item. It provides the player to randomly teleport somewhere and you gotta right click to activate. It will disappear after a successful teleport, and they spelled the word successful wrong. But I will say it's pretty much like a one-time use. But it's basically like RTP, but you're just using a gem. So this is the dragon set, and this is pretty much the expensive piece in the game. I mean, there's no weapon, however, there is a set for it. But in order to craft these and make this, you literally just need an end helmet that has fire protection, water breathing, healing and feeding, no fall damage, gliding, with a dragon star for crafting. In order to make a dragon star, you need nether star, 4 dragon's breaths, 3 Gobber ingots, and a dragon head, just to get yourself a dragon star. Yes, that's pretty expensive. It means you gotta fight the ender dragon multiple times in multiple occasions. Even the dragon elytra, you gotta get the elytra, and you gotta do the same process here. Like I said, this stuff is expensive, and you gotta get a lot of these. And when you craft them, you actually get the same perks, but this time you get creative flight. So this is pretty useful, and I'm not sure you can actually wear this elytra. No, you cannot wear the elytra. Yeah, I look like an obsidian, like my face is pretty much covered, and all I gotta do is just double tap, and look at me. I can fly. Yes, now I'm in creative mode, but in survival, and I am given absorption. Pretty OP. Pretty OP if you really want to fly through places and basically do builds, or just fly just to kill the ender dragon some more. But I mean, it's pretty much like a bully set for the ender dragon. And what's insane is I'm actually getting absorption over time. So this is pretty useful. Like, look at this. I'm actually getting absorption slowly. Like, look at it. Over time, I'm getting absorption. Meaning, I'll pretty much not die anymore. I am pretty immortal. And last but not least, we have the Gobber glass. In order to craft the Gobber glass, all you just need is a Gobber glob and this much glass. Pretty much the same ingredient for all of them, but they're pretty expensive. But I mean, they're pretty much good for like illumination or just to glow. Like, they look pretty good for like builds and whatever. I'll probably summarize the whole mod the best way as I can, because I mean, most of these crafting stuffs, you really just need to download another mod just to learn how they actually work. I can't go through every piece because, well, I don't want to spoil it for everyone, but I just know this is the way how you play it, and this is what you're going to expect. I will include the mod download in the description so you guys can, use this to your survival worlds and become the overpowered player in the world. I mean, when I mean overpowered, I mean overpowered. But anyways, I have to go, and see you guys next time on the next Minecraft adventure.